I am just excited about what God is doing. Um, I had this heavy weight on my spirit today where I was just kind of feeling like I just feel like I'm just failing at something or just failing in general. And I was just talking to God about that because, I have been trying to figure out how to pull my life together. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I mean by that, but pulling my life together. But I just been in a place where I'm just trying to do the best that I can. Sorry, doing the best that I can with what I have. And it's just been a challenge because sometimes when it comes to God, he could be very, very clear about what he wants you to do, like things like this. Or, there's just certain things in my life. It could come really, really easy or really clear sometimes. And then there are many others where I just feel like I'm just maybe not listening enough or well enough. And so today I started to listen to the word that kept coming to my spirit is the word obedience. Obedience is very, very difficult to do when you're somebody who feel like you should be the one in control. So your obedience is to what you believe you should obey. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you rely on what you think you should do, then it becomes a problem because if God is speaking, you can't hear him. And so that's basically the place that I was at. I'm like, I want to be able to hear God when he is speaking to me. And I want to be able to do the job that he's telling me to do. But because of the fleshly nature that we have, it is hard for me to focus on the fruit that will eventually come and not focus on the thing that I'm not seeing happen before me. And it gets pretty difficult. And I'm pretty sure I'm not alone when I'm speaking like this. I'm pretty sure there's something like you who wants to do, like, finish school or graduate or have a baby or buy a new house or whatever that goal in your life, or even your natural hair, so it could be the way that you want it to be, have the way you imagine it to be. And it could become very discouraging when you're really not seeing result, but you look all around you and you see everybody else who may be successful in those areas that you're not as successful. And so I just started to talk to God and I was asking, like, what do I do in a situation like this? And the word obedience and humility kind of paired up together. And it allowed me to understand that, listen, I'm seeking. That's for real. I'm seeking and I want to hear and I want to know better when it comes to my relationship with God, when it comes to what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. That's important too. I was listening to a word today by Stephanie Ike, and she was just basically talking about how her obedience in God propelled her into crazy amount of success in her life because she gave up on things that God told her to do. But at one point in her life, she felt like she wasn't hearing God. She wasn't seeing really anything happening. But at one point, she made a radical change in her life where she obeyed God on some far out idea from moving from one state to another, simply because the word of God drawn her to do so. And thereafter, the blessing in her life just kept on multiplying. That doesn't discard the fact that she probably had challenges. That doesn't take away the fact that she probably had moments where she weren't seeing the fruit of it immediately. But eventually, now that she's here, years later, after making the decision, she see how God was in this the entire time. So I just came to tell you guys, find a time to quiet the voices in your head. And I'm not just speaking to you, I'm actually speaking to me as well. But when we are able to quiet those voices in our head, we're able to now focus on the word of God and dwell there. Dwell in a place where you're just relaxed. You're not thinking, you're not thinking, but you're not forcing the thoughts to come. You're allowing a effortless conversation to happen between you and God. And I hope that this is helpful to you, because I really needed this word today about being faithful and obedient to what God is asking me. Whether it's apologizing to somebody, whether it may not be something radical like moving from one state to another, but what are some immediate things that He's asking you to do right now in your life? To ask you to pray for a loved one or an enemy, right? Or to take away something that is not of value in your life, to give those things up. Like, these things can really become like godly, like so important in our life that it's hard for us to let go of the grip of let the grip off of your hand. So for me, I'm in the place where I'm like, God, even if I lose everybody, even if all y'all stop following me, even if I don't see the fruit of it right away, I'm trusting that you're guiding me and that you're going to take me to the levels that I myself don't even know. Things that I probably imagine you thought 10, 15 times better than that. You know what I mean? So I'm in a very precarious stage in my life. One of the things I can say is that I've seen the growth for sure in me. I don't feel like I was there the last couple years, like everyone who was really, really, really a challenge. But I felt like it was a necessary time for me to really take my time with God and really heal some wounds that were very, very heavy in my life. And like I said, I'm still feeling like I'm ridding myself of those things in my life. I'm still trying to get a grip of what God is really doing. Sometimes I feel like I'm failing. Sometimes I feel like I'm not moving fast enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm not hearing Him clear enough. I could go down the list. But I go back to the quiet moment because I'm like, at the end of the day, I really just want to be under His wings, under His arm, and trusting that He is doing something in my life, whether I see it or not. And I believe the same for you. Whether you see it or not, get into the things that God are telling you. Sometimes you probably ask, what was the last thing? Ask God that. What was the last thing you asked me to do, Lord? And, do that. Just do it. Just be like, you know what? I'm doing it today. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it, But I love y'all. I could feel some of y'all struggling, but God is here. He's like, I know the struggle is hard. I know sometimes you feel like you're failing, but I just need you to come right back to me like a child. And just trust me and talk to me and tell me. And that's the place I want to be again, like a child. I was that kid. I was that young adult, not young adult, but like kid. When I remember, I used to look at people like, what kind of question is that? Like, why wouldn't you believe that God can do this? Like how a kid would believe in Santa Claus or whatever. But me, as I got older, life has gotten a hang on me, and I've been influenced by things that didn't work out, that I believe God with all my heart, and it didn't work out. And I'm just stuck in this phase of trying to renew my faith in God. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for all of y'all. I'm grateful for what God is getting ready to pull out of you in this season of your life. You're not here by accident. You were destined to hear these words. So anyway, I'm going to close this meeting with 25 word affirmation by Joel Osteen again. And these are the I am statements. So I'm just going to read those I am statements to you, and you could just repeat after me when I read it. So I am blessed. I am talented. I am healthy. I am strong. I only invite the best things into my life. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am confident. I am prosperous. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am attractive. I am getting younger. I am being renewed in my youth. I am full of health. I am full of vitality. I am full of wholeness. I am young. I am energetic. I am vibrant. I am radiant. I am fresh. I am improving. I am a masterpiece. I am royalty. I am surrounded by blessings. I am empowered. And these are the 25 affirmation words for today. I hope this blessed you. Guys, leave your comment below. Tell me, what was your takeaway from this video for today? What did you get out of it? What do you feel you need to do? If you feel like sharing it with me. All right. Until then, guys, I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. Be good. I love you. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed evening, whatever time frames or time zone that you're in. And I just remind you, put God first. And you will never, 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 never fail. You will never fail. Even when you feel like you're failing, you will never fail if you're putting Him first. All right? Nevertheless, have a good one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.